Hello lovelies, hi, it's Shannon here. So basically guys, my man left me, yeah. If anyone watched my latest IGTV, I kind of like dipped into it a bit on there. But I just wanted to drop a video to explain the full situation. Not that I owe an explanation to anyone or anything, but just so I can give you guys a bit of an understanding and awareness and just, you know, some insight into my thought process as to why I didn't proceed to stay with him, even though it was kind of his decision. It was kind of a mutual decision. I don't know, but anyway, we're gonna get into it, yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, I posted a body positivity IGTV. It was something that was very nerve-wracking for me to drop. Like, I used to be one of these people, yeah, that I'd make sure that I'd point out my insecurities before someone else could point them out inside of me. But then a lot of the time, like my proper insecurities, I'd never point out to anyone, like they wouldn't even know, because I just thought, then one, you're not pointing it out, so they're not going to focus on it, because that does happen, and two, like, they're not going to know that it affects me. So if they did take the piss out of it, I'm just going to act like everything was cool and no one would fucking know. Do you know what I mean? And it was all a way for me to protect myself and to like guard myself over people being nasty. So like, when I dropped that video, it was from a place of like pure authenticity from me. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I am a confident girl, but by no means am I like fully like confident within myself. Like, there's still days where I do really struggle with like certain aspects of me, like my shoulders, for example, you know, the fact that my tummy's not fully flat, but I kind of fucking love that now. Like, do you know what I mean? They're all stepping stones that I'm trying to get over, and I'm trying to like push it out to the wider audience, because the reason I do these videos isn't so people can have a big good old nose into my life. And by all means, if that's what fulfills you, then like do it, and if it makes you happy, then do it. But I drop these videos so people can learn from the mistakes that I've made, or potentially, do you know what I mean, just learn something. Do you know what I mean? So I dropped that video, and I dashed my phone in my room for a couple of hours, because I was like, I do not want to look at the responses. I don't want to look at anything. Like, I've posted that for the intention of empowering and inspiring women. And, you know, I was scared about the negative backlash I was going to get, because, you know, towards the end of the video, there's a section where I'm in my underwear and I'm pointing out all my insecurities. And when I look back at that video now, I feel so powerful for doing it. I'm like, yes, like I'm proud. It's something that I've created that I feel is very authentic of me. Like, it's pretty much just me being fucking me. Do you know what I mean? And I fucking love it. Like, it's something that I'm very proud of. And the fact that I've inspired so many women from that video has been an honor. And that is what I do vlogging for. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sitting here to say that the last thing I want when people look at my channel is for me to think that I think I'm better than anyone, because I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I understand that we're all different. We're all kind of experts on our own little fields. Do you know what I mean? And we all learn at different paces, and we all learn different things according to our circumstances. So if I can potentially drop 3 fucking sentences that is going to help you piece things together, make things make sense for you, or give you a bit of information that's going to help you, you know, get over that hurdle that you're at, then that's, I've completed my purpose. Do you know what I mean? That is literally my purpose. So he messages me and he's like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how I feel about your latest IGTV video. Before I actually dropped that video, I had initial thought, and I was like, shall I message him and tell him that I'm dropping this? And then a part of me was like, no, because I don't want to hear his answer. I knew his answer would have been like, no. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, if I'm then giving up my power to him. That's how it felt to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm then letting someone else dictate how I want to run my channel and what I'm doing, yeah. And the thing is, it might seem so petty to some people, like it's just a little YouTube channel, but like, it's fucking not. Do you know what I mean? The amount of messages that I've received from people saying how much what I've spoken about has helped them, do you know what I mean, and is helping them heal. That's what I do this for. Do you know what I mean? Because we're all too well and good just flipping dismissing things and just flipping, why do we glorify toxic behavior in this day and age? I do not know, but I'm not about that. I want to create the best possible life for myself and my flipping children. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be doing the fucking work. So I didn't obviously ask for his permission. I dropped it, said he wasn't happy about it. I straight away knew why, so I replied saying, you know, is it the aspect of me being in my underwear? And he said yes. So I'm like, okay, like, I understand what you're saying, do you know what I mean? Because I do, but it's something that called to me Like, if you're someone that doesn't really trust your intuition, you're not really going to understand what I'm talking about. But when something tells me to do something and I feel it in my full being, I will do it. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause to me, it's not a message from me, it's a message from a higher power. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that I'm talking to God or anything, but God is within me, baby. She's within all of us. Do you know what I mean? So when she fucking talks to me, I'm gonna listen. Do you know what I'm saying? So I dropped that video, and it was good. I'm still super fucking proud of it. Still will be. It's not gonna change. So what he was on. So he basically explains to me that, you know, he felt like there was so many other ways I could have shown the world that I was happy and confident within my body, yeah, and by all means there was plenty of other ways that I could have done that. For example, one of the examples he gave me was that he follows a lot of big curvy girls on Instagram, and that when they promote body positivity, they're in their gym top and their gym leggings, and that's real body positivity, that is, apparently. And, you know, they don't have to be in their underwear to get that message across. I could have just been in my sports bra and shown everyone my back fat. That's what he said to me, yeah. I'm not insecure about my back fat. I fucking love my back rolls, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So why would I point that out in a video when it's something that I'm secure about? Never even come into my mind until he fucking popped up and said that to me, to be honest. Two, I'm not these other huns, hun. Do you know what I mean? I'm me. I felt like that was the way I done it was the most effective way for me to get my message across, because in all honesty, you cannot see my uneven breasts in a sports bra because they push them up so high. You cannot see my third bum cheek in my sports leggings because they cover it and you can't really tell. You can see my broad shoulders, but mine are. And you can't see my toes unless my toes are naked. Not that I give a shit about my toes, but you know what I mean. All of which I didn't explain to him, because why should I have to justify myself? Do you know what I mean? He, like, by all means, please do not think that I'm slating my ex-dude, because we're still friends and I think he's a brilliant person. Like, he's a wonderful man, an absolutely wonderful man, and he's gonna go, his potential is limitless. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be so, he is, but he's just gonna grow into be just such a fucking godly man. Do you know what I mean? And I can't wait for that day. But he basically turns around to me and he says, you know, he doesn't want his nieces, who are like 25, to be able to go on and like his family to go onto my Instagram and see me in my underwear, yeah. And by all means, I get that, because I'm not someone that would just post a fucking picture of me in my underwear. Do you know what I mean? I'm not that person. The whole point, there was a purpose behind that video, and my intention was what was, do you know what I mean, a priority. Like, so when he's automatically gone onto that video, yeah, and completely dismissed my whole vision, do you know what I mean, my whole purpose of that video. It's an 8-minute long video, and 7 minutes of that video is me talking about body positivity and previous, do you know what I mean, previous cases where girls have like let social pressures affect them and their mental when they shouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? It's literally the last minute of that video where I'm pretty much in my underwear pointing out my insecurities, and then I conclude it, yeah. So can you imagine me when I was nervous to drop the video anyway. I've dropped the video, and the person that I thought was, you know, when you're with someone, they're meant to be your fucking #1 fan. Do you know what I mean? So when I've then dropped that, and he has not seen me empowering and inspiring, all he has seen is me in my underwear. He has literally sexualized me, which is the exact thing I'm talking about in that fucking video of what I don't want men doing anymore. Do you know what I mean? Not that we can stop it. I know we can't stop it. Do you know what I mean? But I know there's men that have watched that video and not even looked at me in a sexual light. They've looked at me and gone, wow, what a beautiful, inspiring, empowering woman. Do you know what I mean? I've had the fucking messages. I know what one. And if they were moving to me in like a sexual manner, like, I can tell the fucking difference. Do you know what I mean? I know when someone is being genuine and coming from a place of authenticity. Do you know what I mean? So obviously I'm sitting there thinking, I've got like my boy mates, my brethrens and that like do support me in what I do, messaging me, telling me how proud they am of me, how inspired they are, even though they're a guy, do you know what I mean, etc, etc. And then I've got my own man telling me how he's embarrassed. He literally turned around to me and said he was embarrassed, and that he can't respect women that are on the gram in their underwear doing that, yeah. And obviously, like, I'm getting frustrated now, because I'm like, if I was being provocative, if I posted a thirst trap, I would fucking get it. Do you know what I mean? I would so understand. But that is not why I posted that video. Do you know what I mean? And and this is where people's opinions really, like, you can't let it fuck you up, man. Because I was getting so frustrated. I was thinking, why does my man not see me and how I want to be seen? And then I was like, fuck this. I was like, why would I even beg it? Like, I'm not about to beg a man to fucking try and understand me, do you know what I mean? If I'm not reaching, if I'm not living up to the expectations you have in your head, then by all means let me go. And he did, do you know what I mean? He said, I can't be with someone who does that, like, promise me you won't do it again. I can't promise you that I'm never going to do it again, because then I'm not staying true to myself, do you know what I mean? And I'm not willing to chip away parts of me to make a man happy. I don't do that no more, do you know what I mean? I've spent so many years, especially teenage years, just fucking digging out parts of myself to accommodate to these men, and then fucking they end up treating me like shit anyway. So why the fuck, I ain't gonna do that no more, do you know what I mean? And it's just not me. It's just not me. I'm not doing it. Do you know what I mean? So I know some people are thinking, you know, you've just lost a man because he just wanted you, do you know what I mean, to keep, because I get where he was coming from. He wants to keep the private aspects of me private to him. But I am not yours. I'm not an object for you to be kept or for me to be hidden away. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am fucking bold. You know, I'm an extra person. I am very fucking extra with what I do. And, you know, that's the way I've chosen to express myself. I need someone that's going to understand me and understand that and see where I'm going. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, they might get a bit uncomfortable over what I've done, but at the end of the day, they've seen the larger picture. They've seen the bigger vision, and they want to support that, and they want to support me. That is the type of man I'm looking for, and that is not what he was providing me. Do you know what I mean? Because even though before that we were pretty good, after this like discussion, a lot of things started circling around in my head, and I was like, right, like this, as much as he claims to support me and, you know, believe in me, and I think he really wants to, and I think in his way he does, but he doesn't have the depth to understand me and to understand the level that I need to be understood at. And that's no disrespect to him. It's just I'm not a simple person, do you know what I mean? I am someone who, I don't even like to use the word proper deep, do you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't even say it. Like, I am a deep person. I just have like quite a good, my emotional intelligence is very much up there, do you know what I mean? And I lead with my emotions. I'm a very emotional person, do you know what I mean? So I need someone that's going to understand that and not feel embarrassed or feel like I've disrespected them over me being my like most authentic self. That's where I had the friction. But we've left things like very like well, I think, like from my understanding, we're cool. Like we are so scared to be lonely in this day and age, that we're willing to sacrifice parts of ourselves to make someone else happy. And don't get twisted, I do believe in compromise when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to a commitment, yeah. But when it comes down to your foundations and what it is that you want out of life and what it was that you want from your partner, that is not something that you can really sacrifice or something that you can compromise on. Like, people need to stop being worried about being alone, because when you are panicking so much about being by yourself, you are putting up with shit. You're putting up with shit so you're not alone. But I tell you now, when I'm single, I am the happiest I've ever been. Like, I am so fucking happy, because I know when the right man comes along, it's not going to be any different. I'm still going to be happy, but it's going to be multiplied by the love and affection that he has given me. Not because I've made all these sacrifices and I feel like this person owes me something. It's going to be a genuine, you bring this to the table, I bring that to the table, I get you boo and I get you back babe, and here we are together as one, and we're about to smash the fucking world up. Do you know what I mean? Let's run shit. Do you know what I'm saying? I know the type of love that I'm looking for, and I'm not willing to break down parts of me to make a man happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not within my remit anymore. And I told like my dad about the situation, and like, you know, told my dad about the video and whatnot. And like, you know, obviously it's my dad. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to want everyone in the world seeing his girl in his underwear. But when I told him what I'm doing and the message of the video and etc., he was so fucking proud of me. So fucking proud. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can I let someone that like has been in my life for 2 fucking minutes dictate my intention and my emotions and my feelings around what I'm doing when my own dad is supporting it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, your opinion's relevant. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely irrelevant. And it's like, I even told my brother about it, and like, my brother's like not social, he doesn't really get social media and all that, like, he don't rate it. He's got Snapchat and that's pretty much it. And he's older, by the way, he's like 27, 28. And I told him about it, do you know what I mean? And again, he was a bit like, what the fuck? He was like, why do you have to do it in your fucking underwear for? Do you know what I mean? Which I get. And then I explained to him, like what I explained to you guys about, you know, not being able to see my insecurities properly in mind. And then but before I even finished explaining, he just goes, well, you're just extra, aren't you? He was like, that's just who you are. Exactly. My mum watched the video, so proud of me. Auntie watched the video, so proud of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, my group, my home, my support system, so nuts. Like, it is. I'm so fucking blessed, I am. But it's just like, obviously they support me whatever I do. If I made the decision to take that video down, they would support me as well. Do you know what I mean? That's where I have to be careful. I have to know my limits and my limitations, and what's me and my opinions and what's the opinions of others. And my opinion was that I feel like this man is trying to take away an aspect of me, and he's probably not intentionally trying to do that, do you know what I mean? But he just wants me to live up to the expectations in his head, and that ain't me, do you know what I mean? I'm my own person. So, you know, like, it was a mutual, and in the end it was kind of a mutual breakup, do you know what I mean? It was cool, like, yeah. But I just wanted to jump on to let you guys know that, like, it's okay to be alone, and it's okay if people don't fucking get you, especially if it's your partner, do you know what I mean? It's better it happens sooner rather than later, do you know what I mean? Like, imagine this happened to me in 2 years time when we've got kids, and do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys, give you guys a cheeky update. And yeah, by all means, the guy is fucking amazing, and he's gonna find the most luscious girl that literally accommodates to all his expectations in his head. But that, unfortunately, well, not even unfortunately, fortunately for me, because I'm not being trapped, it ain't me. So yeah, fucking happy Sunday, guys. Well, it's Sunday today, I don't know when I'm dropping this, but yeah. Food for thought, darling. Food for thought. Fucking do not limit yourself over someone else's opinion, okay? You are beautiful, you better fucking shine bright. Do you know what I mean? And if it means being alone for a couple of more years until your absolute king or queen comes and blesses you with all of that it is you wanted and more, then let it be. So be it, okay? Mwah. Take care, Gangdom. Love you. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.